Greetings, salutations. We're a little bit late today, but we are here. That's right. It is Tuesday, March the 10th, 2026, and we have exactly 10 more days until the beginning of spring. And it feels like it's here. The sun is out. I'm taking my morning walks. It's just, it's incredible. Yesterday, I think it hit 70 degrees. Today is going to be something like, I don't know, what is it going to be? It's already 62. Today's going to be 72 degrees here. Now, I'm looking ahead. Okay. It says we might get a little snow next week, Tuesday, if you can believe it. And the low temperature, like 23 degrees, 21 degrees Fahrenheit. So, who knows? But anyway, all good. And I'm going to just check in real quick. The day is, I'm already almost midday, and it's been a barn burner of a morning, just so much activity and connection. Something has really, really shifted. But before we get to the shift, it's the trivia you didn't know that you couldn't live without, because we all love a good double negative. Now, listen, this is going to be life-changing. On this day in 1862, the U.S. national paper currency was first issued. 1862, the first paper currency issued, U.S. national. Okay, and that's really great. And then the other thing was Alexander Graham Bell transmitted the very first telephone message to his assistant saying, "Mr. Watson, come here. I want to see you," on this day in 1876. A lot of big things happened in the 19th century, and those were two of them. So now that you are edified and fulfilled and full of mental nutrients, we can get on with the show. No, it's amazing. Shifts happen, and sometimes shifts I've noticed happen. It feels like slowly. That old phrase about how do you go bankrupt, slowly at first and then all at once. But the same is true for, other types of changes. And yeah, I've been going through some issues with my mindset, and I reached a point where I realized that I have these thoughts that are it's kind of like a force that's saying, don't change, stay in your current paradigm. It's safe. It's not where you want to be, but it's safe. It's, this, and going somewhere that you haven't gone, becoming even a newer, updated version of yourself is quite scary. And the mind has a way of preserving the known. And at least mine does. I'll speak for myself. I don't know about you. Maybe you just changed and you're happy as a clam. But for me, I'm really seeing how it came to a head last week with an epic battle in my spirit, kind of about where I'm going. And I just stood up and said, no, I'm not going to accept those negative self-defeating thoughts, and just shifted. Now, I don't know why, but I guess, I've talked about this in the context of leadership development and conflict resolution in the past, that friction is really, really positive. Friction between people can be very, very positive if you process it the right way. Friction is necessary to make things great. Friction causes fire. We need fire sometimes, right? You need to build a fire. You got to have some friction. So it can be destructive, fire, if you want to continue the metaphor, or it can be something that helps keep you warm, helps build something. And I'm noticing right now that the friction with myself is having that, it's burning down the stuff I need to burn down to fertilize the ground, to create a new thing, a new forest, right? So in a sense, it's really like the 7-year burn on a field. And it looks really dark and bleak. I remember I used to drive on Interstate 5 on the West Coast in Oregon, and past all of these farms and fields, and and every so often they'd be burning the field. And man, it's black smoke, and it looked awful. But of course, they're doing that to have better crops in the next season. That's really what this is all about. So not mistaking that burning for, something negative. No, it's positive as long as you're just absolutely resolute on on moving forward in a positive way. And so I'm really experiencing sort of the afterglow of a transition. It doesn't mean everything's fixed and, you know, I own my penthouse in on the Upper East Side. Not that that's what I would want. Okay. Maybe, you know, just south of Central Park, right? Or maybe just on the west side. Something modest. 20 million, 30 million. We're getting there. I'm only half kidding. But that's where I'm at today, is free to move about the country, free to move forward, free to be me. And ultimately it's a decision. It's a decision. As much as it doesn't feel like a decision when the fear is running the show. So I don't know. I think it's a resistance to giving into it over a protracted period. I think that's the real pain. And I got sick and tired of that. It actually didn't take that long, to be honest with you. And it's not my first rodeo, so I'm like, oh yeah, I've been through this before. So anyway, we're out of that fog and we're building, we're communicating, we're having a good time. And I hope you're having a good time. So thanks as always for listening. I'm going to keep it short today. Please be good to yourself and others. Give our show a good like. Maybe recommend it to a friend who's trying to build something they believe in and going through the struggles of making that happen. It's mostly an inside game. All right, we're going to check back again with you tomorrow. In the meantime, bye-bye for now.